Okay, hello, this is Mrs. Al-Amoudi, and I am here to explain your 6.6 lesson, Cyberbullying Law Outside of School. Okay, so you had to do a couple of things in this lesson. You had to read the introduction, you had to read the PA law on bullying, and then you had to complete the bullying chart activity. So let me just explain a little bit behind my thought of what your goal is for this lesson. In this lesson, your goal is to understand what law or laws are out there regarding bullying, cyberbullying, and the such. So as the law stands right now in the state of Pennsylvania, bullying can only be punished if it happens within school property, it happens with the use of school property, it happens at a school event. There are no laws that are in Pennsylvania or federal laws, which would be for the entire United States, that outline what cyberbullying is off of school campuses. So the main question is whether or not schools should be allowed to punish students who do off-campus bullying. And you read the story about Phoebe Prince, and you read the cases, the different cases that looked at free speech. Remember, we learned about the fact that many people who do bullying believe that it is their right to free speech to bully. And so we looked at some of those cases. You guys worked on them individually by yourself, and then you worked on them in class together, and we talked about them. And if you notice, many of those cases, the courts found in favor of the student because there was not evidence that the bullying took place on school property or with the use of school property. So this is a big issue, and this is something that I want you to think about. So for this lesson, you needed to complete this chart. Okay, so you will compile a list of 5 reasons for and 5 reasons against the government allowing schools to punish students for off-campus bullying. So if you refer back to the lesson, which I think it was 6.4, where you had the list of cases that were either in U.S. District Court or in the state courts. For example, there was one in Washington State and there was one in Pennsylvania state courts. Most of those cases that we looked at, they were in favor of the student because the school couldn't prove that these things occurred on school property or they disrupted the education of students. So what I want you to think about is you have to think of two sides, kind of say two sides of the coin, and I want you to come up with 5 reasons why the government should allow schools to limit off-campus student speech. Okay, so why, you don't have to cite evidence or anything like that, but I want you to think about ideas on why the government should allow schools to limit off-campus student speech. Okay, and then the other side of the coin, the government should not allow schools to limit off-campus student speech. So in some of those cases where the students made websites making fun of teachers or things of that nature, should the schools be allowed to limit what students say off of the school campus? So these are things that I want you to think about in this lesson. And like I said, you don't have to cite specific evidence, but I want you to come up with reasons of why the government should or should not allow this to occur. So hopefully this helps you complete this lesson. If it does not, please contact me and I will try to explain in a different way or further. Thanks and have a great day.